Now, I'm going to be real with you right now. I completely fell off the bandwagon, and this is my attempt at getting back into routine. The reason I wanted to kind of include this is I think that there's this misconceived notion that, I have, that you probably have, that we all have. And that is that when we look outward to other people, it seems like everybody else has their shit together. And that couldn't be further from the truth. One thing, if there is one thing that I've learned as I've gotten older, is that everybody's just fucking winging it. Everybody is, nobody has it figured out, essentially. We're all just doing our fucking best. And we all have those days where shit hits the fan, for lack of a better term, and we just have to basically pick the pieces back up and run with it and just get back into routine, get back into the swing of things. Now, there's the age-old saying, one day out of routine is a bad day. 2 days out of routine is the start of a new habit. And I think that's very true. And the last couple of weeks, I would say that there has been more than 1 day out of routine. And let me tell you, it definitely does make it harder to get back into a consistent swing of things once you have run into that sort of an issue. But there's no other option than to just pull your finger out and do the work. And so this is basically me attempting to get back into routine. And the way I see it is there's 2 different approaches you can take. You can take the slow and steady approach, or you can take the everything in the kitchen sink approach. And what I mean by that is you can either just make small little minor adjustments on a day-to-day basis until you're kind of back to square one, back to your usual routine of things. Or alternatively, you could just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to full on send it and just do everything. Just basically stop everything that you're doing out of your usual routine, cold turkey, and just get back into the rhythm of things. So they're the 2 kind of approaches you can take, and I think it's pretty evident which approach I'm taking, considering I got up at 4:30 this morning, boxed off my fasted cardio, I'm ready, showered for the gym, and all after getting to bed at midnight due to backloading the majority of my food yesterday, basically. Unintentionally backloading a lot of my calories right before bed and feeling sickly full to the point to which I couldn't get to sleep until about midnight. So I'm running on 4.5 hours sleep. Arms getting shaky. Camera's pretty heavy. Running on 4 hours sleep, and yeah, it is what it is, but time to get after it. Now, while I get ready for this first working set, let's talk a little bit about grip width. Seems to be a lot of debate about what is the most optimal grip width for chest. And I know I've said in the past, a narrower grip is typically better for upper pec. And while that is true, you've got more than your upper pec, right? You've got your sternocostal pec, which makes up the main 2/3 of the actual muscle grip itself. So, you don't want to just be targeting the incline fibers, but generally speaking, whatever grip allows you to get the most even distribution of fibers between the upper and mid lower pec. And it's going to vary from person to person a little bit, depending on how wide your frame is and what direction the fibers run in. Unless if you're very, very lean, it's going to be hard to see how diagonal your fibers are or how horizontal your fibers are, and how many of your fibers are more so horizontal than diagonal and whatnot. But you can go off a feel. And I've personally found what I've found works best for me is around shoulder width, just outside of shoulder width. So for me, on a Smith machine, that's typically where the knurling starts, about probably an inch out. So I'll always aim, I'll measure it with my hand. So I'll use my finger or thumb, the length of my thumb, as kind of a reference point. And I'll always aim to get about an inch to an inch and a half out from the smooth part of the bar where the knurling starts. And that's basically where I line my grip up. And I've always found that gives me the best ROI in terms of overall pec stimulus. And also it allows me to progress the lift quite consistently. If I go too wide, it feels too unstable. And even in a Smith machine where you've got a lot of external stability, you're not relying solely on internal stability from your body, but you've got that added stability from the Smith machine itself. I still find that it puts the shoulder in a bit of a disadvantageous position if you go too wide. And then same thing, if you go too narrow, you're not going to really recruit the pecs as well as you could. And it could just destroy the shit out of your elbows. So again, if you're not six feet tall and have an arm span the same as mine, my grip width might not work well for you, but you'll have to play around a little bit. Now that grip width is out of the way, let's talk about range of motion on pressing the chest. This is another controversial topic or take, I suppose, on the matter. I don't think you need to go full range of motion to develop a really good chest on pressing movements. What I mean by that is I don't think you need to overly retract and overly compress to get some stupidly ridiculous extreme range of motion, because I don't think that's really going to carry over and transition to better pec development. What I'd rather see people focus on is controlling the movement on the way down. You're going around to about 90 or just past 90, wherever they feel affects the most, and then pressing up and getting a little bit of protraction at the top, a little bit of basically forward shoulder travel at the top, and really squeeze the chest at the top of each rep. I honestly think as long as you're getting down past that kind of 90-degree point or around that point, that's what's going to yield the biggest ROI when it comes to chest development. Again, just like on my press before, trying to focus on keeping the sternum and that rib cage kind of intact the whole time. I don't want to flare excessively or anything like that, because that's just going to take away from the chest. So the other day, one of my guys sent me a video of them doing this exercise, T-bar, and they had 5 plates on, so logically I have to give it a shot now. I think I might just throw in one set of shoulder shrugs just to give the traps a little bit more TLC. Time for one set of pullovers to round off back training for the day. So when I do pullovers, I'm focusing specifically on two things. The first one is keeping that rib cage down a little bit, so almost trying to keep my abs on a little. You will get a bit of an ab workout from it, I'll tell you that, but you'll get a lot more lat involvement. And then on top of that as well, just externally rotating enough to actually get the lats involved. If you have too much internal rotation, you still get lats, you just won't get as much lat. So they're the two key points that I focus on when doing machine pullovers. It's just the sternum ribcage position, or I should say the ribcage shape, and then external rotation. If I want more pec, I'll get a little bit more internally rotated, and if I want a little bit more lat, a little bit more externally rotated. Definitely feeling the sleep deprivation today. Not gonna lie. Always one rep weaker on the right side.